So I have a really big life update. Originally this weekend I was gonna make a video about moving into my tiny house because if you didn't know, I am currently moving and a lot has happened this week with the house. We started building my closet and my new couch came, which I'm sitting on right now, and I love it so much. So sneak peek for you guys who are invested. A lot of personal things have happened this week too, and I kind of realized I really wanted to talk about everything that is going on and just have it out there because I feel like what I'm learning is very relatable to a lot of people and I just feel like I should talk about it. So, oh dang it, I'm gonna feel very sad. Okay, so if you don't know me, I have two jobs. I have one job that's kind of my main job. It's social media management and it's actually for my sister's company, and that is the thing that pays for my groceries, my gas, and for a point in time it paid for my rent. Now I don't have to pay rent because I live on my parents' property, but the other one was I was a barista. I decided that it's time for me to leave. I've been so sad about it because I love it so much. And so basically I wanted to kind of talk about like the story of working there because it's been really special and just an awesome era of my life. So basically this time last year, or actually a little bit before, December of last year, I was regularly going to this coffee shop and it was pretty much the only coffee shop that I really wanted to go and spend time at. Other coffee shops I would go to just for convenience of location, but this was the one that I wanted to like stay at and work and be and read and write and spend hours at. I loved it because the atmosphere was so unique and the people were so unique. Everyone was so joyful and smiley. No one ever seemed grouchy. No one ever seemed irritated. It was just kind of like such a beautiful atmosphere and it really surprised me. The actual place itself is beautiful too. It's surrounded by trees and it's small and it's wooden. So it kind of percolated in my mind that I would love to be a part of this coffee shop, and it's always been on my bucket list to work at a coffee shop. Ever since I was little I've been obsessed with coffee and I always knew I would work at one to just learn even more how to make coffee, and it's just very on brand for me. I applied in December and then the holidays happened and New Year's and all that crazy stuff, and then in January we actually set up an interview, and so then I got the job and I was so excited. I was eager to see how it went for me because even though I have another job, I've always kind of been a bit of like my own boss, and with my social media management job I do listen to my sister because she's the boss, but there's a lot of creative freedom within what specifically I'm doing day to day. I was really interested to see how I was going to respond to that. I was also excited to see how I did at like keeping up with details, remembering things, being on time, all that kind of stuff. So it was just a very fun time for me to learn. What I didn't expect was like the amount of people that were going to pour into me and the lifelong friends that I made. I ended up having so many like awesome long conversations with people about my life and things that I'm thinking and going through and things that they're thinking and going through, and just really connecting with people. I can't even describe like how I feel like I was poured into and just how much that meant to me. I never really planned how long I was gonna be there, and I never really thought about like what it would be like if I actually left. And so about like half a year in, it kind of just became this thing of like, yeah, of course I work here. I'm always gonna work here. It was very much just a part of my existence and my habits, and I was just so used to working there and being a part of it. And so when I went to the Christmas party this year, I remember thinking and wondering like, am I gonna be here next year? Like, I really hope so. And then that started the process of thinking through my plan and how long I was actually gonna be here. I think it started to hit me over the holidays how much I've been needing rest and downtime and time just by myself, time reading, reading my Bible, thinking and meditating and just kind of being at ease and at peace. And I really feel like all of 2024 was chaos in a good way, but I did so much. And I was actually sick right after Christmas and I ended up having to spend about 2 days just completely at home. I started to write a lot. If you don't know me, if you don't know, I write music, and writing has always been a part of my life. I always gravitate toward writing whenever I'm going through something or processing something. And apart from songs, I actually do a lot of just writing stories, whether they're personal or kind of fabricated. And for a while, I've had these ideas sitting in my head about a book I would want to write. I actually have 3 different book ideas. And so while I was sick, I found myself feeling very inspired, and I took out my computer and I was just writing away. And I think I wrote like 20 or so pages of a book. And I realized that usually when I'm tired, I can't write very well. Also, if I am sitting in my room and trying to have peace, but I kind of have an upcoming deadline within the afternoon, I also don't feel like I can just write with freedom because I'm focused on getting ready for what's coming next. I think I realized that if I keep my schedule as busy as it is, I don't think I'll ever like finish this book, or I don't think I'll ever write what needs to be written. I don't want to be a person who is spread very thin and isn't able to pursue what they feel like they're called to do, because that scares me. I feel like creativity is so beautiful, and to be able to have an idea is so awesome, and I just have this strong belief that like it needs to be fulfilled, because why else would God put that in your head? Like you're the holder of that idea. I thought about ways that I could best minimize my schedule. I think the most obvious choice was leaving this job, and it really didn't hit me at first how like different that was going to change up my lifestyle and how much emotion it was going to make me feel. I did not expect that. And so I kind of lingered on it for about, I think, 2.5 weeks or so. Finally, I decided, okay, I'm going to talk to my manager and tell him how I feel. And so we sat down and I cried and I told him it was time for me to go. And his response was awesome and very, very encouraging. I got my final schedule last night and I only have 2 more shifts. And it's been really, really hard. I don't know, I didn't realize I was going to feel this much emotion. Like I really did not. It's really hard when something is super awesome and you're leaving it anyways, because I definitely have questioned myself, like, well, is this the right decision? And like, what if I don't end up using the new free time productively? And so it's kind of like I'm just leaving for no reason. But I've already seen the benefits of having more time to myself. I've already been able to do so many more creative things than I've been able to do in the past. I'm really hoping soon that I see and understand that this was the very most definitely the right decision, and I really want to feel a lot of peace about it. And I think that that time will come soon. Making decisions, I think, in your like early adult years is a lot, and I think it's okay to be very sad when you make the right decision, or when you do something hard. It's okay to just like have to process that and understand that like when something ends, no matter the case, it is hard. So I hope that this is encouragement for any of you guys who are making big decisions in your life right now, whether it's like a relationship or the school that you're at, the college you want to go to, all those things. I'm really glad that I've had this experience to hopefully give more empathy to other people. I think this is one of those situations where if you just tell someone, oh, I recently left my job, no one would bat an eye and think that that was such an emotional thing. And there are a lot of times where people have emotional responses to things that seem kind of normal and non-emotional. Being in this situation right now, I'm realizing there's so many times I could have given better comfort to other people, and so this is a good lesson for me, I think. But on the good side of all of this, my producer sent me the last draft of a song that I've been working on. I wrote this song this time last year, so in January, and I wrote it about a relationship I had just started, and I was totally in the honeymoon stage of like, everything's perfect, I'm gonna be with you forever, that kind of thing. And it's a really sweet, innocent song just about like very intense feelings of being in love with somebody, and the song means so much to me. It's been through a lot production wise because I'm very, very picky, and there was this one line that was really getting us. I really wanted to re-sing it, but we ended up just picking a different take, but we went through a lot of ups and downs about this one particular line. And so just to listen to it and have it completely done and know that we made the best version of this song possible, I'm like, yes, I feel very satisfied and very excited. I have lots of creative ideas of like videos I want to shoot and how I want to go about marketing it. A lot of people in the music industry hate marketing their music. Like hate it, hate it, hate it. They hate social media. I'm really thankful because I actually love that part. Like coming up with ideas for videos to film to promote my music is like so fun. And I really think of social media being a massive part of my music. I've done social media for a long time, so I am doing two things that I love and kind of combining them, and it's been a really cool season just to see how much joy I have from making songs that I love and promoting them. And I'm really excited for you guys to hear the song. I hope that you all love it. Like, love it, love it, love it. With that song, I'll also be releasing another song that I actually finished about 2 months ago. It's an acoustic song. I really wanted to give y'all an acoustic song plus this love song that I wrote, just to kind of give two different vibes. If you don't know, I have been releasing songs that are all about colors and inspired by different colors. When I release these two songs, it's gonna complete the Colors of My Past EP, and I'm very excited about that. So yeah, thank you for listening to my little life update. A lot has happened. Okay, I'm going to go. Thank you guys for listening. I love y'all, and I'll see you next week. Bye!